So I was reading this, checking out some news, some looking at the science tabs on my various news sources, and I discovered something that I've been talking about this a lot lately. Biological age, not birth rate, not birth date, may reveal healthy longevity. Folks, a lot of people are they levy criticisms at me. I often say I'm going to be living until 200 years old. That's a minimum. I feel like if I'm living to 200, I feel like whatever forces would propel me to 200 is going to propel me to infinite life. That's my goal. I want to live forever. Now, a lot of people say that, oh, that'll never happen. Oh, maybe you should stop drinking alcohol. Actually, I'm on a bender right now, so I'm going to be drunk as soon as the show is over. But that's neither here nor there. I am planning on living to 200 years old. And so a lot of people criticize me for that. What are you insane? How could I possibly subscribe to somebody who is under this illusion that they're going to live until 200? Yeah, that's right, motherfucker. That's right. Anyway, so here's a study. My own personal mental health issues being on display in the introductory aside. Biological age, not birth date, may reveal healthy longevity. So this is a study that kind of basically shows that people age differently. Right? You ever meet someone who's like 90 years old and they're like running marathons and they're like, right? You ever meet these motherfuckers? They're all over the place. They're just like crawling around like fucking roaches. Anyway, more common are the motherfuckers that are 90 and are like, flipper! Right? Like those are the people that are aging a little bit more quickly. And there's lots of studies that have been done. A lot of people say that, if you work the same job for 50 years in a row and you don't change your routine ever, it can produce dementia because all of your days are the same and therefore like you age a lot faster. That's, a little common thing that people say. Anyway, a first of its kind study of 1,813 older women suggests that the accelerated biological aging of the body, epigenetic age acceleration specifically, is associated with lower odds of living to be 90 years old and also being physically mobile and having intact mental function. In the July 27, 2022 online edition of JAMA Network Open, a multi-institutional team of researchers led by the Herbert Wertheim School of Public Health and Human Longevity Science at University of California, San Diego, reported that epigenetic age acceleration could be used as a biomarker for healthy longevity and to estimate functional and cognitive aging. This is another thing a lot of people tell me. Oh, you gotta fight off dementia and old-timers disease. You know what, motherfucker? There is no way I'm going to have cognitive decline. I'm telling you right now, I'm way too antsy to get that shit. I'm always doing something. I'm always reading a book. I'm always fucking watching a fucking scientific presentation. I'm always fucking playing a fucking video game that runs at like 16 miles a minute. Right? My brain, I'm not going anywhere. I'm always walking around. I'm always like, exploring the universe. Right? So I'm telling you, cognitive decline often related to people not having, like, let's just face it, not having hobbies, right? They retire from their job. They don't know what to fucking do. They get bored. They sit around the house all day. 10 years later, they're fucking, I don't know when I am, right? Like, I'm just saying. Anyway, let's keep going. Older people know well that age is just a number, and that may not be indicative of their health status. What if we had a way to measure how fast we were aging that could predict our odds of living a long and healthy life? In aging research, we call this an individual's health span, said principal in human longevity science. Chronological age is based on a person's birth date. Epigenetic age refers to the biological age of a person's cells, tissues, and organ systems. If an individual's epigenetic age is greater than their chronological age, the person is undergoing epigenetic age acceleration, which is associated with higher risk of cancer, cardiovascular disease, etc. So, obviously, again, epigenetic age is like, what you do to your body, essentially, right? Everyone's bodies are built different, right? Genetically, we're all built different, but what we put in our bodies, our diet, right? How we stimulate ourselves on a daily basis, physically and mentally, it all affects how our body reacts. So a lot of people, they age faster. A lot of people, they age slower. And, I don't really even know what a baseline is. It's hard to really, get a baseline here. But, you ever meet these motherfuckers? I'm 118 years old. And they're, like, hanging out in some, like, fucking, like, village somewhere. And, like, I don't even know. How do they live in that long? You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe they're doing Sudoku every morning. Who knows? But either way, I'm in. Um, Based on 4 different epigenetic clocks that measure biological aging, every 5 to 8 years of epigenetic age acceleration was associated with 20% to 32% lower odds of living to age 90 with intact mobility and cognitive function. Health span is important because the number of individuals who will live to be 90 years and older will quadruple from 1.9 million in 2016 to 7.6 million in 2050 in the United States alone. And I'm going to be on that list. Well, not in 2050, but in 2100, I will be on that fucking list, motherfucker. I'm going to be like looking like this when I'm in my 60s. Guarantee it. Anyone want to place a bet? Anyone? Put some money on the table right now. I'm 26 years old, 40 years from now, 35 years from now. What do you think? Can I look like this when I'm 63? Yeah. All right. A part of the prospective study, the team analyzed data on physical and cognitive status from 1,813 women who participated in the Women's Health Initiative, a long-term national health study, blah, 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 blah. Among the cohort, 464 women survived to be age 90 with intact mobility and cognitive function. 420 lived to 90 without intact mobility and cognitive function, and 929 women who died before reaching 90. Study participants were 70 to 72 years old at the baseline and followed until at least age 90. So anyway, what they're finding out is that they tracked people's health for 20 years or so. They found out that the people, like, you know, that maybe took care of themselves better, maybe they had like just good genes, right? They didn't need to pay that much attention, right? Or whatever. But anyway, they made it. They're intact, you know, they're looking like fucking, you know, they know what to do. They're walking around every day. Like, and that's one of the things, you know, again, with, like, being old. You know, I've been around a lot of old people in my life. There's a lot of old people, you know. I don't have that many friends, so, everyone I would hang out with when I was younger was, you know, my old family members. But anyway, old people, like, you know, you lose your ability to walk, right? And it's way harder to stimulate yourself. Like, you'll stay in bed all day, right? You'll do less. You'll leave the house less often. Right, so really, again, like, it's one of those things where, you know, you lose the ability to perceive what time period you're living in. And, you know, you might walk less. You might not really, you know, people in your family might not want you to leave the house because who knows, if you have an episode, you'll be looking like Walter White in that episode of Breaking Bad when he's walking around naked or whatever. What a freak. Anyway, like, so again, it's all important to take care of yourself if you want to live longer. Oh, that's the idea. To my understanding, age extension right now, the main form of age extension is by taking care of your body. Maybe we can invent a drug that slows aging. But the real thing that, you know, people are really looking for, of course, is reverse aging. So my idea is reverse aging. Probably going to take a little while to come up with that. So what we want to do, if you want to live forever like myself, I want to live forever. If you want to live forever, take care of yourself and basically make sure that you're around and in decent enough condition when reverse aging technology is discovered. You want to make sure you're not like Noam Chomsky looking motherfucker. Oh yeah, damn, Russia's good guys. You know, you don't want to. So anyway, talking about living forever. You know, every once in a while, take care of yourself. And you can read the rest of this and other associated stuff. I will link that in the description box for the clip. But there you go.